Moesha was an iconic sitcom that aired from 1996 to 2001. It was centered around a teenage girl played by Brandy and her everyday life. Moesha embodied everything you wanted to be. Popular, smart, confident, beautiful, determined. She was just that girl. So much about Moesha was so relatable. Her diary entries that were like spoken word, the way she loved her friends and family, and her constant questioning of the decisions she made, all while looking fly and keeping her goals and grades high, made you admire and aspire to be just like her. Outside of the show, Brandy was still a girl that caught your attention and admiration. She starred in films like I Know What You Did Last Summer, Double Platinum, and one of my fave movies of all time, Cinderella, alongside legends like Whitney Houston and Whoopi Goldberg. Let's not forget her amazing vocals and singing career that gave us classics like I Wanna Be Down, Almost Doesn't Count, Sitting Up in My Room, Have You Ever, and an all-time favorite, The Boy Is Mine with Monica. Now, when you think of fine in the 90s, you better mention Halle Berry. She is an actress who made her film debut in 1991 for Spike Lee's Jungle Fever, and we were never able to take our eyes off her. She continued to excel in her acting career in films like Boomerang, Flintstones, and the tear-jerking Losing Isaiah. Also, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, alongside Vivica Fox and Leela Rashawn. And of course, we can't forget the classic, iconic Baps, alongside another beautiful black girl in the 90s, Natalie Desselle. And in the 1999 biopic, Introducing Dorothy Dandridge, she portrayed Dorothy, the first black woman to be nominated for the Academy Awards for Best Actress, and that performance earned her several awards, including a Primetime Emmy and Golden Globe. Outside of her acting career, it's no secret that Halle Berry was a girl who had beauty that anyone could admire, especially beauty brands. She became a spokeswoman for Revlon in '96, and her timeless looks left an imprint that carried into the 2000s when she was ranked #1 on People's 50 Most Beautiful People in the World in 2003. And since we're on pixie cuts, let's go ahead and talk about the one and only Nia Long, the beauty that gave you Girl Next Door and Girl You Wish Lived Next Door. She has been the dream girl in so many of our favorite movies and always gave us plenty of sass. She is a part of 90s black cult classic films like Boys in the Hood, Friday, Love Jones, Soul Food, and The Best Man. She was nominated for an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actress in a Motion Picture for her performance in Love Jones, and actually won the award for her role in The Best Man. But that's just film. Of course, we can't forget her television roles, okay? We know her for being Lisa in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, in which she was also nominated for an NAACP's Image Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. She also made appearances in some legendary 90s television series, Living Single, Moesha, and ER. Nia Long's beauty and style in the 90s is unmatched and is still admired to this day. She always looked classic and effortless and caught every eye in the room. Her consistency and always being on point led to her being voted People's one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world in 2000. Living Single is a show based on the lives of 6 black 20-somethings living in Brooklyn, New York. It aired from 1993 to 1998. 3 of the women shared an apartment, but it may as well have been 4 because one was always there. Outside of the comedy and relatable moments, the show gave us 4 bomb, beautiful black women grace television screens on the regular. Maxine, played by Erica Alexander, Sinclair, played by Kim Coles, Regine, played by Kim Fields, and Khadijah, played by Queen Latifah, were the original squad goals and showed us every type of black girl. Maxine was an intelligent, hardworking, outspoken, full of attitude lawyer who was not afraid to let you know exactly how she was feeling. Sinclair was a sweet, upbeat, and sometimes aloof, aspiring actress who loved and adored her man. She was funny and ditzy, but extremely genuine. Regine, all right? So that's Bad and Bougie before the Migos ever even thought about that, all right? That's the original Bad and Bougie, okay? She was confident and classy. She was very into her looks, designer, and fine men. Khadijah was a driven, assertive, and successful career woman. She was quick-witted, sassy, mature, and often took on the role as the big sis of the group. These 4 women gave such an accurate, realistic, and positive depiction of Black women, our friendships, and our day-to-day lives. Jada Pinkett was the ultimate around-the-way girl of the 90s, beautiful while giving down-to-earth homegirl vibes. Jada is another staple in classic Black film and television, like Menace to Society, A Different World, Jason's Lyric, A Low Down Dirty Shame, Woo, and The Nutty Professor. And of course, Set It Off. Jada was the epitome of, and though she be but little, she is fierce, okay? Because she always seemed to have that presence that demanded your attention. She began dating Will Smith in '95, and they went on to get married in '97. Remaining a bomb career woman, she started to transform into a beautiful family woman. The legend herself, Janet Jackson. She is an icon who has heavily contributed to both film and music of the 90s. In '93, working alongside Tupac Shakur and under John Singleton's direction, we were blessed with the classic Poetic Justice. That movie and her style in the film is embedded in the culture today, whether it's in music or hairstyles. You can pretty much count on someone referencing Poetic Justice if you get some box braids. Now, when it comes to performing, we know Janet Jackson is in a league of her own. There is great Janet Jackson music in every era, but she gave us some specific bops in the 90s. That's The Way Love Goes, Again, Anytime, Anyplace, Together Again, I Get Lonely, and so many more. Her iconic performances and stage presence influence artists throughout the years, and her style is often recreated in fashion. You can't mention 90s music and not speak the 3 letters TLC. T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili were the 3 dope Black girls that were a part of the popular 90s girl group TLC. Always attention grabbing, whether it was the music, fashion, or the performance. They also were never afraid to convey a message in the music they released, whether they were speaking on liberation for women, insecurity, or feeling lonely and searching for some affection. They made it clear what they wanted you to know. They released their debut album with Ain't Too Proud to Beg, Baby Baby Baby, and What About Your Friends. In '94, the trio released their second album, Crazy Sexy Cool, and was critically acclaimed, with Rolling Stone ranking them 500 greatest albums of all time. Peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and spent over 2 years on the charts. Now that's a stat, okay? The girls love a stat, and that's just one you don't hear every day, okay? With worldwide sales exceeding over 23 million, it became one of the best-selling albums of all time by a girl group. Creep, Waterfalls, Red Light Special, and Diggin' on You were all top 5 singles on Billboard's Hot 100. TLC was the first Black act to win MTV Video Music Awards Video of the Year for Waterfalls, and Best R&B Album and Best R&B Performance by a Group or Duo for Creep at the Grammys. They also received Artist of the Year at the 1996 Billboard Music Awards. Fan Mail was their last album of the 90s. It debuted at number 1 on Billboard 200 and was certified 6-time platinum for worldwide sales exceeding 14 million copies. No Scrubs was a worldwide hit, and the inspirational Unpretty became TLC's 4th number 1 hit. Fan Mail received 8 Grammy nominations and won 3 awards: Best R&B Album, Best R&B Song, and Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals. TLC recorded the theme song to the 90s TV show All That and appeared on the soundtrack for Waiting to Exhale in '95. Iconic indeed. Now, Aaliyah is probably one of the most prominent and influential figures of the 90s. Her classic beauty and unique style is more than likely one of the most desired nostalgic looks. Her debut album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, released in 1994 and gave us songs like Back and Forth, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, and At Your Best. In '96, she released her second studio album, One in a Million, which peaked at number 18 on the Billboard 200 and sold over 8 million copies worldwide. Hot Like Fire, One in a Million, If Your Girl Only Knew, 4-Page Letter, The One I Gave My Heart To were songs that have proven to remain a relevant sound through different generations. In '98, she became the youngest singer to perform at the Academy Awards and earned her first Grammy nomination for the song Are You That Somebody? Aaliyah's talents exceeded far past singing only. In '99, she landed her first film role in Romeo Must Die, which was released the following year. She was also an executive producer of the film's soundtrack, which she contributed 4 songs, including the hit Try Again, which earned her a Grammy Award nomination for Best Female R&B Vocalist and won Best Female Video and Best Video from a Film at the 2000 MTV Music Awards. Aaliyah's style and music played a huge part in shaping the 90s and is still appreciated today. Creative, futuristic, and my fellow Cancer sis. And we were both born in Portsmouth, Virginia, okay? That's a little fun fact for you. She is a trailblazer in music and made a huge impact in the 90s. A creative genius known for her unique music video concepts, she stood out in the industry with songs like Hot Boys, The Rain, and Sock It To Me. Her historic debut album, Super Duper Fly, in '97 debuted at number 3, which was the highest charting debut for a woman in rap at the time, and was nominated for Best Rap Album at the Grammys. Missy was undoubtedly one of the best in her class, so it was no shocker that she wrote and produced for so many artists at the time. Along with Timberland, she co-wrote and co-produced songs for Raven-Symoné, Jodeci, SWV, 702, Aaliyah, Total, Nicole Ray, Destiny's Child, Whitney Houston, okay? She also began her career as a featured vocalist rapping on songs in the 90s such as Ladies Night and Mariah Carey's Heartbreaker remix. Tyra Banks, one of my favorite boss women moguls, is an ultimate it girl. Her start in the modeling industry didn't come easily, seeing that she was rejected from 4 modeling agencies before getting signed. But when she did, she took over, all right? And proved to be the total package with brains, beauty, and personality. In her first runway season in '91, she booked 25 shows and appeared in editorials for American, Italian, French, and Spanish Vogue, American, French, German, and Spanish Elle, German and Malaysian Harper's Bazaar, V Magazine, W Magazine, and Vanity Fair, okay? Walking in fashion shows for Chanel, Oscar de la Renta, YSL, Christian Dior, Marc Jacobs, Dolce & Gabbana, and so many more, okay? I'd be here all day trying to name them all, honey. In '93, she signed a contract with CoverGirl Cosmetics and was one of only a few black models to reach supermodel status. In '96, Tyra became the first black woman on the cover of GQ, and in '97, she made history yet again, becoming the first black model to have a solo cover for Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, and became the first black model chosen to cover the Victoria's Secret catalog and became a Victoria's Secret angel. Ooh, gotta catch my breath. She appeared in 90s music videos, and with that type of modeling resume and vivacious personality, who wouldn't want to see her on the big screen? Tyra Banks had a pretty notable TV and film career in the 90s. She had roles in Higher Learning, Love Stinks, and a television film, The Apartment Complex. Her impact in the 90s carried into the next year with roles in Love and Basketball, Coyote Ugly, and one of my all-time faves, Life Size. In 90s television, she made appearances in shows like All That, New York Undercover, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, Just Shoot Me, The Hughleys, and most notably, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as Jackie. Which, hold on, can we have a combo about all the dope women Will Smith had on Fresh Prince? Tyra Banks definitely dominated the 90s and is the blueprint for a dope girl turned into an even more dope woman. In '91, the iconic cartoon Rugrats debuted, and there was a spunky but sweet character on there that looked different than what viewers were used to seeing. Susie Carmichael is a black girl that ruled the 90s for sure. Susie was such a smart little girl who stood for individuality and unity. She didn't take any mess, okay? And was the first to stand up for the babies who could not stand up for themselves, okay? She was an activist, all right? She was talented and confident and a leader. Her character was voiced by Cree Summer, a fellow black girl in the 90s who also played Freddie in A Different World. Okay guys, so much black girl magic in the 90s, and I promise you I wanted to elaborate on every single one of them. I really did. I wanted to do a fun video to celebrate black women, and like so many others, the 90s is one of my favorite eras, and as I was doing research for the video, I just kept finding more and more black women to add to the list, and again, I wish I could have highlighted them all. But anyway, who is your favorite it girl of the 90s? Also, if you enjoyed this video and would like another one like this, let me know in the comments, or if there's a specific it girl you want to know more about, go ahead and write it in the comments and maybe we can do a video on her. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up to let me know, and subscribe so you can get you some more videos, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Bye.